Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Rednauer, and I'm the co-chair for the sponsorship committee with Great River Human Resources. And today I have the privilege of speaking with John Bracke, who is the vice president of USI Insurance Services and is also current partner sponsor of Great River Human Resources. So how are you doing this afternoon, John?
I'm doing well, Matt. I'm doing well. Nice to be here.
All right, fantastic. So John, and for those of you who are listening, today we're going to be putting on GRHRA's Ignite HR Hot Seat, which provides an opportunity to learn more about our partner sponsors, members, and some of our board members. So John, are you prepared to participate in the hot seat this afternoon?
I am prepared.
All right.
Let's hear the questions.
Certainly. So John, and understanding that you are a risk management consultant that focuses on property and casualty, questions I have for you. One, how can HR professionals proactively make an impact on their organization's workers' compensation experience?
Well, it's a great question. I mean, I think that HR has a very critical and important role to play in helping drive work comp claims down in an organization. I would say there's really three things that an HR professional could do. The primary thing is implementing safety programs within the organization and promoting a culture of safety. Making sure that employees from entry level to the top have a clear mission when it comes to safety and culture in an organization. The second thing is developing a return to work program. Sometimes this might be as simple as just finding an alternative place in an organization for an injured worker to come back, light duty, having clear job descriptions. Getting employees back into the workforce when they're still recovering from an injury is really critical. Not only, and then the last one is, in making sure that when an employee is injured, that you're doing everything you can to reach out, be there throughout the claims process, work with the adjuster, but also work with the employee. Let them know that you want them to come back into the organization, that you're doing your best to, help connect with them. Because I think one of the things that can happen is with a lot of work comp claims, an employee will get injured, they might become disconnected from the organization a little bit, and then they're left, and then that's when they, claims can linger and they can get more severe over time. So, it's that communication is so important for an HR professional, especially with injured employees.
Oh, absolutely. And just thinking of the human element of it, because we're social animals, and what somebody needs is just that return to normal. And it's going to actually help them throughout the healing process too. So, I mean, all around, great points to bring up there. So John, next question I have for you, and it's been big recently, and it's just going to continue to grow. But what technology can be implemented to better assess why claims are occurring in the workplace?
Well, there's a lot of technology that's come out to really help assess the root causes of claims. When we work with our clients at USI, we have a software system that allows us to track incidents, near misses, all the types of, incidents before they might even become claims, so that you can assess, okay, we know that this workforce Monday mornings at 10 o'clock on this, this part of the organization, that's where we're seeing some claims. So you can drill down into actually the root causes of claims. You can then have a better focus around what you can do to mitigate those claims from occurring in the first place.
Certainly.
The other thing we're seeing a lot of companies invest in is just wearable technology, looking at ergonomics. How much are people lifting in the course of a job? What's the exertion rate? When how hot is it in some part of the building? Or are you getting employees that are, overexerting, where they are maybe pushing themselves a little too hard, and then they get to the point where, something breaks, something, falls apart in their body. And that's one thing that, a lot of organizations are investing in. And I think there's a lot of ROI on those investments that companies are making.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Lifting something in a room that might be 95 degrees is completely different than lifting something in a room that's on average 65 degrees, and finding ways to If you see a lot of frequency in certain parts of the organization, they might be minor, but if you have a lot of frequent little things happen, it could lead to the big thing, and that's important to note too.
Yeah, and having the technology on the front end to be able to track that will enable you as an organization to really drill down and make those changes.
Yeah. So last question I have for you today, John. Once a claim happens, what are good strategies to get employees healthy and back to work?
Well, I know we talked a little bit about return to work, and for organizations that have this in place, you probably have a lot of great success stories about it. But if you as an organization haven't put in place a return to work program, what this really is it's a program to facilitate the safe and timely return of injured employees to the workforce by finding them roles within an organization that they can do given their work restrictions. So if you have an employee that has a back injury, maybe they're not able to lift more than 25 pounds, finding a role within the organization that's productive for them when they're back and allows them to be back in the workforce has been proven over time to significantly reduce the severity of claims. So, and that goes right down to the, your organization's bottom line, but also allows you, to, I think, improve the outcome of a lot of injuries, because as we know, people tend to get better when they're interacting with people, when they're back in the workforce, when they're, back in that culture of, and if you can provide that culture and provide that opportunity for them, I think it can go a long way.
Yeah. So John, I want to thank you for participating in the hot seat today. Great content, answers that you provided here. For those of you who are listening, if you've never attended a GRHRA event, but would like to and learn more about our valuable partner sponsors such as John, please go to www.grhra.org. We'd be more than happy to welcome you to any of our future events. And so once again, thank you, John.
Thank you, Matt. And yep.